What's happening, everybody? I'm Allie Burns from Picks Parlays, and this is Total Chaos. I'm taking these two handicappers and putting them head to head. I'm giving them 5 NBA games that are going down this Friday, January 21st, and they're going to tell me if they go over or under the total. Now, last time the two of you met, you tied in an NHL Total Chaos. You were both 3-1-1, so that's fantastic. I'm looking forward to the rematch here. Nick Parsons from the Insiders Room. How's it going, friend?
Yeah, going really good. Yeah, definitely looking forward to the rematch here with Dre. That was good there, our NHL one. So I'm sure this will be another competitive match for sure.
Yes. It was a moneymaker. You push, but hey, our viewers made money on that. Dre Richardson, how are you doing over there?
I'm doing great. It's my first time doing the NBA slate, so I'm excited to get to it.
All right. Well, you're a solid capper, so I'm excited to see what you come up with here. I also want to remind everyone, like, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications. We do tons of free content here at the Picks and Parlays channel. You don't want to miss any of it. And also, we are now sponsored by Caesars Sportsbook. So check out the description of this video. Find the link. They'll match your very first bet for all new accounts up to $1,001. And if you're in the state of New York, they're going to give you $300 just for signing up. No deposit necessary. But when you do deposit, they will match that money up to $3,000. So don't miss out on that special promo. The link is in the description of the video. All right, guys, you ready to rock?
Let's do it.
Okay, Bulls are at the Bucks, 228. Nick Parsons, what do you like here?
Well, two really good teams. Both have been playing to a lot of overs of late, though. Milwaukee in 2 straight, Chicago in 5 straight. This is the first game of the year between these Eastern Conference heavyweights. I say this number is now just a little bit too high, guys. I'm expecting a competitive defensive affair, but one that goes under the number.
All right. Dre Richardson, do you agree or disagree with this?
I'm going to agree with him on this game. The Bulls have injuries. Lonzo Ball, he's hurt recently. Zach LaVine has been hurt recently. And the Bucks play decent defense at home. And Drew Holiday has returned, one of their best defenders. I think this game's going to be very low scoring. The Bulls might not even score 100 points. It could be a grudge match. So I'm going to go under.
Under we go. All right. Nice breakdown on that one. Keep us rolling with the Nets at the Spurs, 235.5, Dre.
I think this game could be somewhat of a shootout. I'm going to go with the over. This number has already rose a whole point from the last time I saw this line. The Spurs have allowed the Rockets, the Suns, and the Cavs to score 114 or more points at home. So I think that the best option for the Spurs is to keep this game fast-paced against the Kyrie Irving and a James Harden-led team. There's no defense in this Brooklyn Nets team at all. I think that this is going to be a wild one.
All right. I love a good wild one. Shootout in Texas. Here we go. San Antonio, home of the Alamo. Nick Parsons, what do you think about this one?
Well, I agree with some of those points, but I'm seeing it from a little bit differently. The Nets are undermanned. The Spurs are consistently inconsistent. San Antonio is actually 2-1 in its last 3. It's actually seen the total go under in 3 straight. It's been getting the job done with a little bit of improved defensive play. I mean, this is a sky-high number. I just see some inconsistent moments from each of these teams throughout the game, and I think that's going to lead to a lower-scoring game, so I'm going under.
All right, our first disagreement of the game. That means we're going to have a winner here, people. All right. So we got the Grizzlies taking on the Nuggets. This I'm expecting to be a really good game. The number is 220. Memphis has just been hotter than Nevada, and the Nuggets coming off that overtime win against the Clippers. Nick, 220. Is it going over or under?
I think that this one's going to go under. Memphis coming off that 126-114 loss at Milwaukee. Memphis has seen the total go under in 3 straight. Previous to that, though, after falling 125-102 to Utah, the Nuggets, they bounced back with a tough 130-128 win at home, as you mentioned there. And I mean, Jokic, he had a huge night, but I think he comes in tired here. I expect a defensive game between these two Western Conference. These are 2 of the top teams in the Western Conference. So I'm going to go with the under again in this one.
All right, Dre, what are you thinking about?
There are a lot of good points on that under, but I'm going to go over on this total. I think it's just a tad too low. The Denver Nuggets are averaging about 126 points in the last 4 straight games, which happen to be at home too. Jokic could be tired from all these massive games he's been having. He's been having triple doubles. He's been going off lately. But I think that the caliber of team that's coming to Denver this time, they're going to want to prove that they are worthy of beating these better teams like the Grizzlies. And the Grizzlies are no chumps when it comes to scoring points. And they've been going high totals in the last couple of games as well. I'm going to have to go over this total.
Over the total we go. Yeah, I wonder because the Nuggets were like an 8-point favorite in that game, and obviously it went to overtime. They only won, I believe, by 1 point. But I wondered if they were in a look-ahead spot against this really good Memphis team. Excited to play them. Excuse me. All right, the Detroit Pistons at the Jazz. 218 is the number, Dre. Lay it on me. What you got?
218. So his number has also rose from the last time I saw this line, which is weird to me because I think it's going to go under on this total. The Jazz just lost Donovan Mitchell to a possible concussion. Points are going to be at a premium. I think this team wants to try to slow down a very young Pistons team. The Pistons have been scoring points and allowing a lot of points, but the lack of scoring on the Jazz side and a option to win for the Pistons is to keep this a low scoring game. I think they're going to be at a premium. So under 217, under 218.
All right. Nick Parsons, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm getting in the car with Dre on this one. He mentioned the injury there. And yeah, the Jazz are coming off an embarrassing 116-111 loss to Houston. And I mean, they've been playing poor of late overall, the Jazz. And so, yeah, they're going to want to control the tempo of this game. They're not going to want to turn this into a shootout either. So, yeah, I think this number is just a little bit too high now, going under.
All right. Speaking of those Rockets, they're playing at the Warriors. 229.5 is the number on that one. Nick, finish us off.
Well, I'm going to go under on this one. Houston is off, yeah, as I just mentioned, that big 116-111 road upset win at Utah. It was a 14-point underdog. I don't see Lightning striking twice here. And for Golden State, it actually has a game tonight as of recording this. It's playing against the Pacers. So I do think that fatigue is going to be a factor there. I mean, Golden State only averages 109.7 points per game. That's just middle of the pack here in the NBA. So, yeah, for those reasons, I like the under.
Dre, what are you thinking about it?
This number has also rose from the last time I seen this line, but only about 0.5 points. I think that Golden State is still playing good defense, even though they do not have Draymond Green. And Andre Iguodala returns tomorrow, and I think he's going to get a lot more time because of his defensive acumen. The Rockets' best chances to win this game is to not get into a firefight with this team. And also, who knows who's going to play tomorrow? Because I know they're playing tonight. They played a couple games in the last 3 nights. I think that they're going to have to sit some players tomorrow. I feel like Clay. He's been playing very well, but he might not play tomorrow. He's been getting off and on rest. So I'm going to go under this total.
Very good points there. Very good points there. And we agree again, which is great because when they agree, those are the money-making picks on the show. So if you're looking for me, I'm Allie Burns. You can find me at Plus Money over on the Twitter. If you're looking for premium plays from Nick Parsons and the Insiders Room, you can find them over at picksandparlays.net. Nick, what do you have lined up at the Insiders Room for the viewers?
Yeah, we're rolling again here in 2022, Allie, especially in the NFL. We're off a perfect 5-0 card there in the wild card weekend. So we already have our divisional card ready to go. Come check out the Insiders Room over at picksandparlays.net.
That is fantastic. And when you're there looking for those premium packages, and you could do a 1-day 3-pack, you can do a week-long subscription, you can do a month-long, a year-long subscription, any kind of combination of plays you want to purchase from the Insiders Room, use the promo code YEAR, YEAR, saves 20% off the entire site. And you guys you were at the top of the leaderboard for the full year, for most of the year. I know Earl Sports Bets was kind of battling with you for a while, but the Insiders Room crushed it last year. So I expect nothing less out of you guys this year as well. And then Dre Richardson, if you're looking for his plays, he posts them up on Twitter at @BKaepernick. Dre, what do you have lined up on your Twitter page? What are you super into betting on?
I'm always betting mostly hockey and a couple of prop plays, a lot of prop plays too. I do try to target those as easy as can. But yeah, if you want to get some free plays, just follow me on Instagram or Twitter.
Or join the Morning Woody Facebook page. That's also a good spot. Dre won the Handy Capitan, which is a contest we do on my Morning Wood show, which you can also find on the Picks and Parlays channel. And he does a lot of soccer too. You're really good at betting on soccer.
Yeah.
And you made me a Dortmund fan because I remember you saying Dortmund has a special place in your heart. So now I always root for Dortmund.
I love Dortmund. I love Holland. He's a great player.
I know you do. And guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications. That way you'll never miss any of our free shows, free content on the Picks and Parlays YouTube channel. All right, let's do some recapping. We've got the Bulls at the Bucks, 228, and they're both going under. Remember, the consensus picks are the money-making picks on the show. Unfortunately, we disagree on this one. The Nets at the Spurs, 235.5. Dre's going to take it over. Nick is going to go under. Grizzlies at the Nuggets, 220, same thing. Nick's going under, Dre's going over. Pistons at the Jazz, it's a 218. We agree again, it's going under. And the Rockets at the Warriors, 229.5, it's going under. So 3 consensus picks for you guys there. Thank y'all both so much for joining. And like I always say, may the best capper win.
Thanks, Ellie. Later, Dre.